Hi everyone, here's what's bothering me today. All I really wanted to talk about was something kind of nice, which is hey, now that the growing season is over and people are going to start preparing for the next one, let's talk about how to try and achieve some more food security and independence, especially in supposed food deserts, and things we can do both in the political sphere and outside of the political sphere to help in this regard. It was hopefully going to be very helpful and useful and hopefully give people a nice little boost like, yeah, you know what? Things aren't so bad. I can totally do stuff like this. But then fucking Virginia happened. Now, originally, I didn't want to talk about Virginia and the whole election down there, but there was something that someone said, and now I'm literally like that person of, no, sorry, honey, I can't come to bed. Someone is wrong on the internet. And that is, apparently, there are some Democratic insiders and people within the party thinking, this is why, they played too far left, and that's why we need to double down on other terribleness. It's the only way to win. And I'm just sitting here thinking, in what fucking world do you people live in? Joe Biden and the Democrats, both in Virginia and in various other states, because newsflash, we're probably seeing a lot of this stuff in New Jersey too. Incumbents are at risk of losing their seats, all precisely because they keep breaking their promises that they say they're going to do in order to try and get people to vote for them. There was a story recently released that showed that young people are actually ditching the Democratic Party in droves. Hell, they're just kind of done with politics in general, and that's actually a really big problem, but we don't have time for that. I'm here to talk about Virginia. Well, and also just the Democrats at large, because when you make promises, especially during a pandemic, that makes more people acutely aware of the inequalities in life, and they see how the rich just get richer and they are struggling more and more. And then along comes you and your party saying, we're totally going to help you. That is such a terrible situation. Vote for us and we're going to get money to you and we're going to introduce these new programs. You're going to see a whole bunch of spending. Things are finally going to start turning around for you. And then you have the gall to turn around and not do any of that. And you say, oh, we need bipartisanship with the party that refuses to be bipartisan. Ah, shucks, nothing's going through. Oh man, why can't we get anything done even though we technically control all three branches of government? Oh, it just shucks. We have the executive and we have the upper house and the lower house. Why is legislation so hard? So you do all this shit for well over a year while again, a pandemic is going on. No wonder people are turning against you. It's nothing to do with progressives and, oh, the Democrats campaign too far to the left. We gotta hold firm to the center. That's not what happened here. What happened is that you betrayed people you said you were going to help. You made promises and then refused to keep them. And you still operate as though we aren't going to find out about this. Hello, hi, the internet exists. It has for a long time now. So between young people no longer having any interest in the Democratic Party, and I mean really, who can blame them? And the myriad of promises broken and underdelivered in the name of bipartisanship with a party that refuses to cooperate with you, and numerous other missteps, as well as a total lack of energy and fighting by many Democrats themselves for their own programs or positions, and just blatant corruption as we've seen with Sinema and Manchin and many others. All of it comes together to create this just really potent, destructive force that is going to utterly decimate the Democrats in the midterms. The Democratic Party actually had, for this brief moment in time, several real opportunities to do some real progressive good for Americans with policies that have a broad support across both party lines in terms of the electorate, in terms of the actual elected jackasses that represent these people. No, there's obviously no consensus, but if you ask your average American, yeah, there's consensus for a lot of these issues, and the Democrats having control of several branches, very key branches of government, could have pushed this through, or at least some of it through, and really helped a lot of Americans. Instead, they promised and then delivered nothing. And now some people are still blaming progressives, even though it is so clear that the Democrats are themselves to blame. It is just so unfortunate because the Dems are going to get absolutely clocked in the midterms, and it all was actually really so avoidable. And they had this one moment in time for this period between the election of Joe Biden until now, and they still technically have a little bit of time, but let's be real, based on their current track record, they aren't going to do anything. And that's what's so sad and depressing about this. The Democrats had every opportunity and real chances at meaningfully improving the lives of millions, if not the majority of Americans, and they failed to seize it for a variety of reasons, most of them political and because of their financial backers. Millions of Americans are suffering needlessly, all because of a combination of Democratic cowardice and contempt for the working class. This moment in time where they could have done so much, or even just a few things, and helped so many Americans, is going to be squandered. And then the Republicans are going to get in, and things are not going to get any better from their folks. And so this missed opportunity is definitely what's bothering me today.